So when we set up Climeaction, we wanted to create a business that was different to your standard capitalist type business. Really one that shares the value of what we do across all of the stakeholders. So we looked at the B Corp standard as a way of doing that, a way of, I suppose, creating a business from scratch and looking at how you could be the best business that you could possibly be in every way that you could be. So the B Corp standard gave us that framework to design the business from day one. When it was only me, we designed how we were going to do things according to the B Corp standard from scratch. So what that really means is that as a business, we're legally obligated to consider all stakeholders in our decision-making process. So our stakeholders are our people, so our team, thinking about how we can be the best that we can be for that stakeholder group, thinking about our customers and how we can act in the best interest of our customers at all times.
There's also a really interesting point to make in terms of how being a B Corp is also a testament to a commitment not only to the environment but also to the society, and that I think it's very valuable from what Climeaction is doing. So trying to get the two biggest stakeholders that we have, the planet and the society and all the communities, and have a great, good, positive impact in both ways. So finding a way of having a good impact in both of these stakeholders that is sometimes challenging, but I think we're doing that. And I think a B Corp, being certified B Corp, is a testament to that.
The B Corp way of thinking is about circularity. It's about thinking about what you're taking, using it in the best possible way that you can do, but actually giving back more than you take. Obviously, as a business, we have to make profits, because you can't grow unless you make profits. When you're thinking about making profits as a business and you're thinking about growing your impact, it's very, very different to making more profits to make the shareholders wealthier. It's really about being a profitable business so that you can add more value to your team, that you can add more value to your customers, that you can add more value to the industry as a whole and actually deliver more positive change.
What I think being B Corp certified for a company like Climeaction is just setting out there an example that demonstrates that we can shift away from the usual thinking that a business can only be run when it's profit driven. So the more you extract, the more you produce, the more you sell, the more you earn. And instead you can also run a business being purpose driven, and that when things are run like that, then things are actually done the best way they can be done for every stakeholder.
Yeah, so I suppose I joined Climeaction because I was impressed by their goals and what they wanted to achieve, and working from companies from a micro scale right up to a mega scale, because I think that's the only way you'll get true results. What sparked my interest in working in the climate action area was growing up on a farm. I was always interested in the natural environment, preserving the natural environment, and I always had an interest in engineering. So I suppose working in climate action is the perfect blend of the two.
So for me, I've been working in this industry for over 10 years, and I suppose what attracted me to join a company like Climeaction was they seem to be doing things differently than any other company in the space. For me, it was about working with groups of people who have common interests in terms of climate action and actually achieving real results. I suppose for me as well, it's about increasing my skill set. So I have a background as an energy engineer, so I wanted to see the bigger picture with climate action and how we could help and collaborate with key stakeholders to ensure that we are doing the right thing in terms of the planet, in terms of saving carbon, which is ultimately what it's all about.
I'm often asked why I joined Climeaction, and it kind of goes back to why I became an engineer in the first place. I've always had an interest in sustainable energy, and energy generation is only half the battle when it comes to energy. The more my engineering career developed, I realised that it's the end user ultimately decides how much energy is generated, and from that how much carbon is released. And Climeaction actually achieves that with companies by going into the companies from micro all the way up to mega to help them understand their climate impact in relation to their carbon emissions. And our goal at Climeaction is ultimately to help them reduce that. And much like a 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step, the first step towards net zero is reducing your carbon footprint by a single gram. And that's what we achieve at Climeaction.
The fact that we are B Corp certified, I think, is a really big testament to everything that we stand for, basically, in terms of the business, our morals and what we're aiming to achieve. And for me personally, I've been very lucky to be involved in the certification process, and it is definitely, a lot goes into it, and there's a lot that you have to kind of prove to show that you are, walking the walk and talking the talk.
My hopes from being B Corp certified is that it'll show our customers that we are genuine about what we do. It'll show our future employees that we're being the best business that we can possibly be. It'll show maybe at later stage future investors that we are, from an ESG perspective, as strong as we can possibly be. The thing that drives me and gives me the most passion is actually like a day like today, where you're here as a company after becoming B Corp certified with your team around you, and you're listening to how passionate and interested they are in their work. It tells you that all the late nights working, all the risks and challenges you face in your career and through your business life is worth it.